people, my people, my people, people, my people, my people, my people, people, my people, my people, my people, my people, my people, my people, people, my people, my people, my people. Yes, my people, my people, my people, people, my people, my people. Tonight we gonna get cerebral. My people, 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 my people. Yo, you ready? My people, my people, my people, people, my people, my people, my, yeah, my people, my people, my people, people, my 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 people, people, my people, my people, my people, my people, my people, people, my people, my people, my people, people, my people, my people, my people, ready to get cerebral, my people, my people, my what? My people, my people, my people, people, my people, my people, yo, yeah, my people, 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 people, my people, my people, my people, my people, my people, my people, people, my people, my people, my yo, yo. My name is Sun 752. Every weekday, you know how we do it. Yo, to top it all, we do it at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yo, it's not a crime, but it's not a crime just like Sade. But we do this thing not the 1985 way, but you can best believe when we start rocking, everything is gonna be all right. It's kind of shocking when you see people come on the microphone. They ain't really trying to leave a brother alone, and I'm glad of that. Cause I'm at the back, I'ma hit it home. You know, I ain't alone. Yo, home alone, just like the little kid. Macaulay Culkin, yo, back in the 80s, he did what he had to do. And I'ma do it too. We do it every weeknight at 2. So what's up, y'all? Y'all feeling good? I hope that you are, and I hope you would come through and watch brothers make it shine. Yo, it's time. Oh, so y'all know what we talking about tonight? Do y'all know what we talking about tonight on the Daily Go Gettemism show? Tonight, we are talking about, do you know them well enough to be able to write a book on them? So we're going to be talking about how well you know people. How well do you know the people who you know? How well do you know the people who you know? Now, some people know their people by the things that they say. Maybe like they hinge on every word. And if you really think about it, people who support politicians heavily, like MAGA supporters, they don't know Donald Trump, but they go by what he says. I mean, really think about it. They feel like they really know him, and they know him through the media, but they really feel like they know him, so that's good enough for them. Is that good enough for you? Is a situation like that good enough for you? Now, think about your friends. Think about your family. Think about your children. Think about the people who you have watched grow over a certain period of time. You know the way that you know them from being right there. So you know the things that they tell the truth about and the things that they lie about. For example, have you ever gone through something with somebody and heard them tell somebody else what happened and heard them lie through their teeth about what happened, and you didn't even clear up the truth, like, oh, 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 oh. When you know what somebody lie about, then you really got them all figured out. But you gotta know what they'll tell the truth about. Give them proof. I doubt that you'll get it confused. It's about to win or lose. Well, we gonna talk about it. Get it there, shout about it. Appreciate y'all coming through. Yeah, what we do, everything's gonna be standard. Yeah. But yeah, have you ever seen anything like that? I remember one time, I had to be in about 8th grade, 7th grade going into 8th grade. It was the summertime. And I remember I was at summer camp. And I remember this dude named Reggie. Reggie was a cool guy, but Reggie would lie about stuff. And I realized that he lied just to get attention. He lied just to make the story seem better. He lied, because the truth wasn't really in him. And he described an incident that happened in the gym where this dude stepped in this big pile of spit. Somebody hawked spit and on the court or whatever, and this dude stepped in it. Now, the way Reggie told it was that he didn't have on any shoes and socks, and he stepped in it. And I listened to Reggie tell this story, and I thought to myself, like, we all had a good laugh, but why did he tell the story that way? We had a laugh when the dude stepped in it, but he had sneakers on when he stepped in, tennis shoes for those of y'all in those parts of the country that use that word. Over in the East Coast, we don't say tennis shoes. Sneakers, pair of kicks. But anyway, so I realized that when it came to Reggie, I would never be able to rely on him telling the truth about even the simplest story. That's what I learned about him really fast. So I'm like, oh, okay. So anytime Rez tell me a story about something, I'm going to have to kind of take it with a grain of salt because he might not be telling the truth about how it happened. Now, when you know how a person will lie or that a person will lie, more than likely you're going to start thinking that they lie about everything. Now, is that true? Probably not. But it may be more true. It may be true more often than not. The thing is, do you know them well enough to be able to say yes or no? Let me see. Oh, Drew Vassar says Jesus loves you. I know Jesus. But for what personal gain, Drew Vassar said, yeah, exactly. Saber Light, what up? What up? What's good? And Shirley Cheryl, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Shirley Cheryl, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. A granola bar. What's good? What's good? How y'all feeling? So we talking about, do you know them well enough to write a book about them? Do you? Yeah. Yeah. My fault, y'all. See? All right, man. All right. See, that's what happens when I try to make the beat on the fly. See, I don't practice none of this shit. I just try to jam it up. Yeah. Yeah. What? Yeah. But yeah. How well you know him, y'all? All right, let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. Yeah. Let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this the Daily Go Get It Business Show. Matter of fact, it's the daily. It's the Daily Go Get Mism Show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking all fast lane, no coasting, and everything is going to be all right. We talking about, do you know enough to make a book? To write a book on them. So we're going to be talking about how well you know a person. How well do you know the people who you know? How well do you care to know the people who you know? How well? How much? How much? Dimples D's, what's good? What's good? Shirley Show, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Shirley Show, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. What's going on, man? What's good? It's good to see me some you all day, every day. No days off. So, sure, look. Check it out, right? You a Gemini. You know Geminis be knowing people, like they really be knowing people. You know what I'm saying? They claim to know people more than they know themselves. But that's if you're paying attention. Sometimes they just be guessing. So, what's the lesson? What's the lesson? Do you be guessing or do you know for sure? And I mean, sometimes when you're really into a person, whether you're into a person in a romantic way, or if you're into a person in a familial way, or if you're into a person because you find them interesting, very, very interesting. How well do you try to get to know them? You like, people that you studied in history, people that have intrigued you, interested you, piqued your interest. Did you go back in time and find out where they were born and who knew them and little known facts about them that may have given you like a really big window into their world of why they are the way that they are and why they do the things that they do and what their real plot in this world is. What their real actual plot in this world is. What up, Wisdom? What's good? How you feeling? Good to see you, my dude. Always, always. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Okay. So let me see. Let me see. Saber Light. What up? Okay. Cheryl says everyone has his or her own story. And yes, I can say my friend circle has plenty of novels and classics. That's what's up. That's what's up. See, when I think about knowing somebody well enough to be able to write an autobiography or a biography on them, it's only an autobiography when you write a book about yourself. But think about it. If you've ever thought about writing a book about yourself, you would really have to know yourself and understand the things that have happened to you in order to write it, unless you wrote it in a way where you left it open-ended and left a lot of things to question about, your own existence. Like, how well do you know yourself? Because I'm thinking that it's probably really hard to say that you know somebody else really well if you don't know yourself well. So the question that I would ask anybody who says that they know somebody else really well is, do you know yourself really well? And do you know yourself in the way that other people know you? Do you see yourself in the way or in the light or with the understanding of the way that other people know you? Or do you only know yourself through the lenses of your own eyes, through the sound of your own ears, the taste of your own tongue, your mouth, whatever? And if you don't really understand what I'm talking about, I'm going to explain it further. First of all, I think to really know yourself, you have to remember some things. And you have to remember them from a more objective standpoint. Many people choose to block certain things out of their memory. Like, they remember those things, but maybe they had such a traumatic effect on them that they decided, well, I'm only going to remember so much of what happened because it's not safe there. It's not a safe place to go. It's not a safe place to be. It's uncomfortable for me. So I choose to push it in the back of my mind. But do you ever really push anything in the back of your mind? I'm thinking that the more you try to escape it, the more that it probably catches up to you and has its words with you, and maybe even a little bit more. So how would you claim to be able to write a book about somebody else if you couldn't write a book about yourself? If you couldn't be honest autobiographically about yourself in a book, would you be able to tell somebody else's story? How well and how long do you have to know a person to be able to tell their story for them? I mean, that's something that you probably have to think about. How well and how long would you have to know somebody in order to write a book on them? Write a book on them, son? Hey, yo, write a book on them? Like, yo, that's not no small thing, doggy. That's not no small thing. It's not. But we're going to open it up. We're going to open it up and really see what's inside of the can. We're going to see what's inside of the canister right here. We're going to see what's going on. I want to thank all y'all for coming through. Listen, please do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit the like button. And if you could, honestly, hit them little hearts, those little 100s, the little laugh things, all of those things help. I need an algorithmic spark. That's what I need. If you can help me out, if you would be so kind, I appreciate it. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm your host, Sun752. That's Sun752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm feeling like a real man should. I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. Tonight, we are talking about, do you know him well enough to be able to write a book about him? Do you know him? Do you know him well enough to write a book about him? Do you? Do you? Have you ever known somebody that you really thought you knew and then come to find out that they had a bunch of things going on with them that you did not know? And these things may not have been secret things. Sometimes we don't pay attention in the way that we probably need to pay attention to people. I'm sure that the family members and friends and associates of serial killers have probably thought about this like, yeah, I thought I knew him. And like he seemed like an okay guy. He was kind of quiet, you know. You didn't see him hanging around a lot, but when he came around, you know, we had words and he was okay. He seemed a little reserved, a little, you know, maybe a little quirky, but you know, nothing that would signal that he was into those things that he was into. I mean, you know, I never would have. Okay, listen, man. I don't know if y'all noticed. The set looks a little different. I got these. Well, I've had these lights for 4 years, but I haven't used them. These shits are so bright. Listen, these lights are so bright. Y'all about to see through my lies and deception. You know what I mean? You about to see through my lies and deception, baby. I'm going to have to be truthful. If I sweat even a little bit, you're going to be able to be like, oh, look at the patterns in his skin. You might be able to see my fingerprint. Like, yo, we can duplicate that. Take a screenshot. We can get his arrest record. But it's all good. It's all good. Gladys, Shirley Cheryl says, that reminds me of the Gladys Knight song, The Best Thing That Ever Happened to Me. Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you were saying, Shirley Cheryl, of the world's most precious and greatest brother in the world. I see what you were saying, yeah. I got you. But yeah, knowing somebody really well. It depends on what you're looking at. Now, you look at this poll. Look at the poll that we put up. Now, so far, what is it? What we got? 12 votes? 12 votes so far. Okay, only 12 votes. But let's see how it's going. How well do you know the people that you know? 42% says, I know what I need to know. Think about what that means. Like, I'm not trying to be all deep into somebody's business or find out what's going on inside of them. I know what I need to know. Like, for my own purposes, for my own reasons, I know what I need to know. I know whether they're safe or not. I know whether they're cool or not. I know whether I can be around them or not. I know what I need to know. All right. 58% says I know them by their actions. Action speaks louder than words, right? So in other words, I don't care what they say. I've seen them. I see what they do. So if they ever try to say that they do something that they don't do, I'll know whether that they're telling the truth or not. Okay, cool. 0% on the other two. 0% says I know them by their words. That is interesting to me. Nobody has voted for I know them by their words. Wow. That's heavy. Or I know them better than they know themselves. Wow. That's interesting. That's interesting. Out of 13 votes. Well, we'll monitor it and we'll see what's going on later on. I think that says a lot, though. That says a lot. The only votes that have come in are I know them by their actions and I know what I need to know. I think that right there is probably Even with that small number, I think that that's a pretty good indicator of how people think they know other people. Like, that's all I need to know. I'm good. How well do you know your man or your woman? How well do you know your man or your woman? Now, you know, in today's dating climate, people are getting married like this. They don't know each other from a can of paint. They screaming YOLO. Tomorrow ain't promised to nobody. My biological clock is ticking. I ain't got time for nobody to be playing in my face. If you about games, then I'ma erase and delete your name. If you about games, I'ma delete and block your name. As far as I'm concerned, social media has people thinking that they really know people and they don't. Now, the world is not all, doesn't revolve around social media. I know that and you know that. But to deny the impact that social media has on people would be irresponsible. We're not going to do that. But social media definitely has people thinking that they know each other. You know, they may say, well, you know, we FaceTime each other, we video chat, you know, I've met their kids online. They've met mine. They know my mom online. Mom, come over here in the camera. This my man. This my woman. That's the woman I'ma marry. That's the woman I'ma marry. That's the walk. Okay. So you really think you know somebody from the internet? Well, you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out soon enough if that's true. Now, I'm not saying that you can't learn and know anybody well from the internet. But I know from personal experience, sometimes a lot of times you need that up close and personal type of thing. You need that real 360-degree view of them. Sure, they can turn around in the camera, but you know cameras hide things, baby. Cameras hide things. Ask any content creator. Ask any content creator. See, I've done film production. Well, I haven't done it. No, I kind of have. I've done film production. So I understand lighting. I understand how to cause, to make an effect. What up, Alex Ortiz? Talking about he's here from Antarctica. I told you. See, this is the kind of stuff you get online. You talking about he's here from Antarctica. That's the South Pole. Ain't nobody from nowhere in the South Pole. If you ain't a SEAL or something, you ain't from the South Pole. But it's all good. Shirley Cheryl says, just because you could write the story don't mean, hold on. Just because you could write the story don't mean that you should. Everyone's story isn't meant to be told. And okay, it isn't meant to be told. You can tell it, but some need to be the only one. Some need to be the only one telling it. I agree. My man Gavin. What up, Gavin? What up, G? What up, G? Good to see you. Good to see you. Appreciate you. But yeah, how well do you care to know a person? How well do you know? I mean, whether it's your spouse, whether it's a romantic interest, whether it's somebody that you claim that you going with, how well do you know them? How well do you know them, son? How well? Some people only know a person. Some couples, all they need, they only concern themselves with, will he take me out on a date and will he cheat on me? They're serious. That's their foundation and they're good with that. For them, that's a level of comfortability. That's a level of trust. That's a level of confidence that they have and they good with that. So they'll tell you that they know somebody based on that information. What do y'all think? I think not. I think not. There's a moth in here. He got to go. Yeah, I had to do you, sir. I had to do you. I had to do you. Ooh, 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 ooh. I had to do you. Yeah. But there are people out here thinking that they really know the love of their life that way. And then you have some people who are honest to a fault. And they'll say, well, I don't really want to know everything. There's some things that I don't need to know or that I don't want to know because that might make things complicated. It might make them complicated. And I ain't really trying to hate it. I want to like it. Just like juice, I spiked it. I'm not with that shit. Don't want to fight shit. Okay. Okay. All I ask is don't run around here talking about you know a person that you really don't know. And it's okay. It's okay not to know a person. You know, it's a journey. It's a journey. But social media and the internet will have you thinking that you have to have everything up front. Everything is a rush. Everything is a rush. And for my middle-aged brothers and sisters, y'all are really the ones pushing that envelope. Fast, 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 fast. I don't know. I think a lot of y'all think y'all gonna die by 60. So y'all trying to, you know what I mean? You know, y'all trying to get linked up. Like, yo, I ain't trying to die alone. You know what I mean? You know, I promised my kids I wouldn't die alone. You got kids, you should never die alone, baby. If you got kids, you should never die alone. But I understand. I understand, overstand, I believe. I think I do. I think I do. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Share the show. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. And y'all see that phone number in there. If y'all want to get into this, topic, if you really want to talk about it further, I invite you to call in. The number to call is area code 267-874-1949. That's the number to call. I said 267-874-1949. Yes, 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 y'all. I said a 267-874-1949. Yeah, get it online. I said 267-874-1949. Yeah, get your sign, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. 267-874-1949, baby. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I got to handle something right here. So, sorry. Somebody is speaking this internet shit. This is how real it get. This is how fucking real it get. Hold on, let me see this bitch. Oh. Okay, I got you. I had to handle it, Roy. Handle the situation. Handle the situation. Anyway, so yeah. You know, people think out here thinking that they know each other. The internet is pushing y'all to link up and make moves real fast. I never thought that I would see so many peers, so many of my peers out here advocating, advocating for somebody to meet and propose to them within 90 days, all this old crazy shit. Now, they'll get all of that other shit out of the way fast. You know, fucking, moving in with each other and all of that kind of shit. But you gotta marry me. You gotta do it quick. Or we gotta hurry up and do this thing. I never thought that I would see so many of my peers, you know, not not promoting getting to know somebody. I mean, it's real to me, thinking that you know somebody that you really don't know romantically, that's not safe. That's not safe. You know what I mean? Maybe I watch too much of the ID channel. Maybe I watch too much of the ID channel because it's possible. Wisdom says, I've learned to understand myself, defining core principles like setting boundaries, being brave, learn to say no to bad things, quality work. These values guide me to build strong relationships. Cool. Cheryl Halsey, what's good? Good to see you, man. Always good to see you. Always. And HSS says, do you have OnlyFans? Fuck out of here. Yo, you must be fucking crazy. Wisdom says, two type of people in the world, one who live by principles and one who don't. It is difficult to live by principles. I lost my family member on that journey, but I build strong relationships. Well, I really rather just live and let live. You know, real shit. I would rather live and let live, but you know, evidently, a lot of people, a lot of people feel like you have to feel how they feel, think how they think, and do what they do. So I don't mind differences. I don't mind differences. But if I know that we have differences, then I know that we're starting to really know each other. Do we understand each other? Maybe. I think that it's hard to say that you really know a person if you don't think that you understand them, or maybe you think that you understand them to a certain degree where you like I understand as far as I understand the language. You know, you can know the words that somebody is using, but you might not know why they're using them or the reason that they chose to speak out the way that they did. Knowing somebody well enough to write a book on them. Knowing somebody well enough to write a book on them. What do you know? What do you know about knowing somebody well enough to write a book on them? You know, um, when I thought about the title, when I thought about the title of this show and writing it up, I was thinking to myself, like, to be able to write a book on something, on somebody, I would really have to be able to think that I could get inside of their head and think the way that they think consistently. And when they go off and when they go off on a tangent mentally, when they get scatterbrained, I would have to know how to get scatterbrained like they do. Now, maybe I'm looking too deep into that because maybe the book that I would write of their biography, maybe it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Maybe it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Hold on, y'all. Late night business. I'm gonna invite this bitch ass nigga to call into the show. Almost used a word I can't use on the show. See if he'll do it. I'm in dare mode tonight. Ew. Cheryl said, well, did you put strawberry in the ream today? Oh, that ain't him. For a minute, I thought I was like, oh, hold on.
You have a call from.
Urban Therapy with Sun 752. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. Thank you for calling in. What's on your mind tonight?
What's up, man?
What's up?
You know who this is?
Yeah, I do. That's right. You on live in the air, live on the air. If you don't believe me, you can go to my YouTube channel and it'll show you. But since you had so much,
man, I'm watching YouTube. Right? What's the name of your show, man? It's low budget, cheap.
Go to SUN 752 at YouTube.com. Just go to YouTube and plug in SUN 752.
I don't want to go on there. I'm trying to address you. We having a conversation as a man. But
no,
man, what type of man are you to put somebody else's dick on another man?
Pussy, let me tell you something. First of all, hold on.
What kind of man are you, bro?
I'm gonna tell you what kind of man I am. I'm gonna tell you what kind of man I am.
Hey, suck my dick and all this, bro.
I ain't tell you to. I did not tell you to. Yo. I did not tell you.
I want all your people to know that on your.
I didn't know. They already know. Did nobody tell you? Hold on. I can mute you.
You went to Penn State.
Like I said.
I asked you, did you play football for that coach?
Like I said, I told this motherfucker to eat a dick. Eat a dick. I didn't tell him the SMD. So I'm gonna call him back. Motherfucker. I'm gonna call him right back. Hold on. You go right here.
You have a call from.
Yo, I didn't hang up on you. I put you on hold because you can't overtalk me. You can't talk to. Listen. Shut up, dude. Shut up. Yo, this is not the way it works. This is the way. Yo, I tell you to shut up if you're talking too much.
You gave me this number. You want to have this conversation on your live? I see somebody big. I'm here.
All right. Well, this is the way it works, though.
Bro.
This is the way it works. First, we have to.
I don't care how it works. You called me up here, bro. You don't control your shit.
Yes, I do.
This, bro.
What you mean I don't control my shit?
So I'm controlling your show right now.
No, you're not.
Take over on your show.
No, you're not controlling nothing.
We live, bro.
Okay.
Now tell everybody why I'm here. Tell everybody why I'm here.
I'm gonna tell you. If you shut up, I'll tell them why you're here. All right. First of all, you got too much noise in your background.
I said, let me mute it, my bad. I'm watching a real good YouTube show right now. Now I gotta turn my show off to come on this.
You ain't gotta show it up. You ain't gotta turn it off. Just mute it.
What up? Because you paid me the number and I'm here, bro.
All right. But I invited you to call in, but the thing is, you can't overtalk me. I can't overtalk you. You understand what I'm saying?
We'll screenshot our messages on Facebook. I ain't about to come in here civilized with you, bro. And you want some gay shit on my Facebook post. Talking about suck your dick, nigga.
Show you. Ain't there nobody say.
I wish we can really hook up.
Yeah, well, I know you probably wish. I know you probably wish. I know you probably wish we could hook up. I know you probably wish we could hook up. You probably think I'm cute, you punk motherfucker.
Man, you ain't nowhere. I don't even judge, man, but I see you, bro.
Okay, I'm showing them what you wrote. I'm showing them what you wrote. First of all, on your post, you was talking all of this stuff about everything you and your man was talking about was how the Democratic Party I don't know him. Is all about but both of y'all was talking that LGBTQ stuff. That ain't had nothing to do with what we was talking about.
Pull up the post.
I got it up, dumbass.
We was talking about is Trump a benefit for black people or not. That's the post.
This is what his post say. Hold. Shut up for a minute, dog. I'm showing them your post. Dummy.
The comments that you made to me. That's what I'm responding to.
All right, I'm gonna read every last comment. Hold on. Do this, son. Do this.
I don't know neither.
Do this. Hold on. Hold on. Yo, listen. Listen. Stop talking for a minute. Listen. Pull up the post. I'm going to read the post word for word. So you pull it up so they'll hear every word and you know I'm not lying. And you're going to see how dumb you look.
They never look dumb to you.
Oh, watch. So do you have it up?
Nah, I'm trying to find a notification from you, man.
Make sure you go you pick all comments, because if you don't, it'll have it on most relevant. Go to all comments.
That's what I'm reading about, because you and him going at it. You said something to me earlier. I respond to you.
Listen, we gonna read the whole thing, dog.
What you and dude talking about? If y'all talking about doing it to each other, bro.
What are you talking? Listen. We gonna read the whole thing. Fuck all that shit you talking about. We gonna read the whole thing.
I'm trying to find it, big dog.
It's your post. How can't you find it? It's your shit.
Because I'm on Facebook. I'm clicking over on YouTube on my phone, and I'm on the three-way. Not a three-way on your call.
Yo, are you drinking? You been drinking? Don't lie.
Drinking what, man?
Oh, all right. I'm just asking, because a lot of times people who be online and they talk all that old crazy shit, a lot of times they be getting high and all of that shit.
Slow down, because you try to create a narrative. Bro, what drinking and all this crazy shit?
You talking about I'm trying to create a narrative.
Hold on. We said we're going to let each other talk. Now let me explain to your audience what's going on. I'm in here with my grandkids, man. I put them to sleep, they chilling. So I get on my phone and check my Facebook. I got a notification from you. And me and you was going back and forth on how Trump is a benefit or not. to the black community.
I said he's not a benefit.
And hold on, brother. And then I read the comment, everything going cool. Then you say, oh, suck my dick. And
I never said suck. That's why we gonna read the. That's why we gonna read the whole shit. Because I never told you to suck my dick. I never said that to no man.
Suck a dick.
Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same thing, dickhead. That's not the same thing.
You after that. I got.
That's right.
And man, what the fuck you on?
Yo. Hold on. First of all, you just invalidated yourself. You said suck a dick or eat a dick. It's the same thing. It's not the same thing. That's not the same thing, motherfucker. One is telling you to do it to me. One is telling you to do it to somebody else. Get the fuck out of here. I told you I never told no man to ever suck my dick. Get the fuck out of here. You crazy? Now we gonna read this shit.
That ain't go get into semantics, man.
Do you have it?
Don't put
what you
man on other man's dick, bro. That's gay. For one, you gotta be in the gay.
Nah, fuck all that dumb shit you talk about. Do you have the post up yet? Do you have?
And I'm gonna challenge you to a fight. I'm not gonna tell you nothing about no dick. I'm not thinking about no dick.
Yeah. You online, dummy. Ain't no fighing.
Nah, ain't no dummy, bro.
Ain't no fighting. Do you have the post up?
Ain't nothing wrong with you.
Do you have the post up? Are you ready?
Please, bro.
You ain't get the post up yet? Damn, man, what you in the Special Olympics?
Because I'm yelling. Now I stepped in my bathroom and I'm trying to get the post up.
Well, you just listen because I'll read it. Now, the post he put up, the post that he put up says, irony in the community. Blacks be like Trump racist. On the other hand, he's destroying our opposition, oppressors. Black folk trying to hold on to white supremacy. That's your post.
Right.
I'm letting them see the post. So y'all can take a screenshot. I'm not going to hold it there forever. Now, my comment to his post was this. White people have always battled and tried to conquer each other. They aren't doing that for black people. How do we think that we are benefiting from that? Trump likes white people. He just likes himself the most. He don't like our black asses. How can we not see that? And you said the thing is he's doing is exposing people and corporations. That's a benefit for us and others. I said, Vince, it won't benefit us if he's not doing it for us. Most of us don't even know how to use what he is supposedly doing. Exposing people, is that what he's doing? What about what he does that needs to be exposed? He's as dirty as it comes. I'm not letting a liar tell me about a thief. Then I'm going to skip over the stuff that I wrote to John. I'm just going to go to you. All right. So the next thing you wrote was, Omar, may I add, it's a word called octoroon. When a mixed child breeds only to white, it only takes 3 generations to totally wipe out the black blood. Trump know that he had black great grandparents, but Kamala is all Asian. Stop that. On another note, black history is a lie. We ain't from Africa and we weren't the slaves. So he's about to get rid of all the white supremacy BS in our history books. But you wanted to stay, and you talking about him is telling me that you are a cracker lover, fam. Now, where you got that shit, I don't fucking know. But what I said to you was, I said, American. Wait a minute. Well, hold on. No, Let me keep reading. All right. I said, Vince, American black history is more than just the Middle Passage and slavery. Why reduce it to that? But take it all away? You don't have to tell me about whether we come from Africa or not. I know about my indigenous status. If Trump is concerned about revealing that we aren't from Africa, why doesn't he just say it like he says anything else that he wants you to think? What do you have to say about what he's thinking? He didn't have any problem putting the idea that Kamala Harris wasn't black enough in people's heads, did he? What are you interpreting his words for? He knows how to get his point across. Y'all niggas are amazing. Y'all fight tooth and nail to make an excuse to support Massa. Fuck out of here with all that. You got the right one today. All right. So then, I am going to keep going because the next thing. Wait a minute, dog. You know what I mean?
No, man. Yo, you ain't gotta do all that.
I gotta look for your next comment. I gotta look for your next comment.
Do all that, man. Just read, bro.
I'm
not interjecting for like 1 second, man. Ain't nobody told you.
All right. Anyway, the next thing you said. Anyway, the next thing you said was any nigga who went to Penn State. Yes, man, many crackers.
Yes, man, and crackers. That's what
that's what that's supposed to say? Oh, yes, man, and crackers can't ever stand that.
Yeah.
You said can't ever. Damn it, shut the fuck up.
Man, you read the fuck up, man. Damn, I ain't saying nothing.
I ain't gonna read over you talking. Shut the fuck up. All right.
Say nothing, dumbass. Nigga, read.
So, like I said, any nigga, you said any nigga who went to Penn State. Yes, man. Damn, you can't shut the fuck up, man. I'm gonna wait for you. Go ahead, get your shit off.
Bro, I said I'm laughing, man. Read. Damn, what's wrong with you, man?
I'm gonna read when you shut the fuck up.
Then teach you how to read. The professor reading and you on your Walkman and all kind of stuff.
Nigga, you can't talk. You can't write. You spelling all kinds of shit wrong. I can't read this shit.
God damn, you don't know how to text.
You can't read. You can't write, nigga. You can't write.
The King's English for you.
No, this is not the King's English. This peasant English right here. You can't write.
That's because the King colonized us, man. Threw it on us. Yeah.
All right, man. Be quiet. Be quiet so I can read your comment. Be quiet so I can read your comment, dog.
We don't talk like white folks, bro. No black people I know.
White folks don't talk proper down south. What is you talking about?
White people don't talk with the king. Black people don't talk with the King's English down south is what I'm saying.
White people don't talk. White people don't talk with the King's English either.
Where at? How come they don't?
Okay.
So if you get a white caller versus me, you ain't gonna know the difference.
What I'm saying is this: in England,
answer my question, bro. If you hear a white person talking versus me talking, are you gonna know the difference or not?
Yeah, I'm gonna know the difference, but it ain't going. It ain't gonna have nothing to do. It ain't gonna have nothing to do. They don't speak the King's English.
Keep reading. Keep reading. And let them see how
if you shut up, I'll read. Bro. The reason I'm not reading because you keep talking.
I'm quiet. Cause I keep
you not quiet. You still fucking talking.
Bro, I keep yielding the floor to you, but every time
you still talking. You still talking. Yo, mute your phone. Mute your phone, dog.
Your world, bitch.
Mute your phone. Mute your phone. All right.
I can't even find the comment. You read.
So you said any. Yo, you can't. This nigga cannot stop talking.
You must got a delay.
Oh my God, this motherfucker is pathetic.
And then you go off.
Why don't you just not talk? Shut the fuck up.
Cousins that act like you. Oh my God.
Yo, you was a fucking nut. Yo, you was a fucking nut.
Shut the fuck up so I can read.
Yo, I told you that a long time ago.
Go ahead and read, LG. Go.
Any nigga who went to Penn State, yes, man, and crackers can't ever stand next to me, even like my people. I call fraud in your fam. What's your track record on helping the community or struggle? You probably a Mason, frat dude, or CEO of a white company. I know your type. I got all day too. Now, when you wrote that, I was like,
tell the people how you responded to that.
I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it, but I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna tell them why you said what you said.
Shut up and read your next one.
No, you don't tell me what the fuck to do. Matter of fact, I'm gonna turn you the fuck down. Yeah, there you go. Why didn't I just do that? I'm gonna turn him the fuck down so now y'all can hear what he wrote. All right. Damn, but did any of y'all tell me to just turn them down? All right, there we go. So the reason that he brought up the whole Penn State thing was because the boy who was talking before him was talking all of this shit about knowing your history. And I was telling his man that only black people do that light skin versus dark skin shit. White people don't care about that. They don't care if you white. I mean, they don't care if you light skin or dark skin. Only black people care about colorism. You know, whether you light. So his man was saying that no, white people favor light skin more than dark people. And I was like, no, they don't, son. They don't. And then he tried to say in Hollywood, he told me to go talk to my old heads, and they'll tell me how in Hollywood that, you know, they always pick the light-skinned people for the good roles and all of that shit. So what I did was I gave him the list of all of the black people that have won Best Actor or Best Supporting Actor. And guess how many of them was light-skinned? Halle Berry and Cuba Gooding Jr. It might have been and Will Smith. So we had 3. All the rest of them were brown skin or dark skin. Lou Gossett, Denzel, Jamie Foxx. Who else? Forrest Whitaker, Lupita. I don't know how to say her last name. Hattie McDaniel was the first one. You know how she was dark and how she had the win. So I was like, well, how does so his boy ducked out of the argument because he was like, yeah, he couldn't fuck with that. He knew he sounded stupid or whatever. So yeah, now that I got his sound down, I can actually read this. So what I said next was, I said, because Vince, who is on the line, Vince was trying to say that because I went to Penn State instead of a black school, I wasn't qualified to speak on shit. And I was like, because look what he wrote. He said, any nigga who went to Penn State, yes man, and crackers can't ever stand next to me or even like my people. I call fraud in you, fam. What's your track record on helping the community or struggle? You probably a Mason, frat dude, or CEO of a white company. I know your type. I'm like, so you think that because I didn't go to a HBCU that I can't help out black people, learn about black people? Like, I am black. I went to the school that I could afford, and it was a lot of affirmative action back in the day. I live in Pennsylvania, so why wouldn't I go to Penn State where I could go for free, have a free ride, even though, you know, I had to pay some, but whatever. But he thinks, now he ain't go to college. He thinks that if a black person went to a white school, and look, he said, you probably the CEO of a white company. So that would stop me from. All right, let's go. So the next thing I wrote to him, I said, you want to disqualify me because I went to a school that I could afford? I said, good. I won't even explain my black resume to no short-sighted, silly niggas like you who probably didn't go to school at all and want to question me. I ain't no motherfucking Mason or frat dude, though. Fuck you. Unfriend me if you got problems. Eat a dick otherwise. He did not unfriend me. So that tells you a lot. He talking all that shit, but he's still on my friends list, even though he went in my inbox. All right, so we kept going. So the next thing he wrote was, He said, nah, you disqualified yourself. Yourself, fool. Any nigga with money to pay for school and you chose Penn State, but then cry about white folks, you short bust. Now, first he said that I was yes manning about I was yes manning to white folks. Now he's saying I'm crying about white folks. Now, if y'all listen to what I wrote, the first thing I wrote, I said, white people have always battled and tried to conquer each other. Like, because a lot of people be thinking that black on black crime is the only thing that exists with black people. I'm like, no, white people fight against white people. So his argument, first of all, he's a Trump supporter. So he feels like Trump is working to improve the black condition. And I'm trying to tell him, no, he's not. He don't care about your black ass. A white supremacist would never diss white people in order for a black person to come up. They would never do that. And I was trying to explain that to him. But, you know, niggas ain't go to school. I don't know if he even graduated high school. You know, he talking all this old crazy shit or whatever. So, yeah. The part where I told him to eat a dick, evidently he took issue with that. But I figure he probably took issue with that because he's probably, you know, he extra sensitive. He's still on the line. I couldn't get him to shut up, but now that I turned him down, he's probably talking, not knowing that nobody can hear him. So now I'm gonna bring him back on. Now, miraculously, he's quiet.
Hello?
Yeah, there you go, my dude. There you go.
Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the show, man. Let's start over. Hey, how you doing, man? Let's start again.
You funny as hell, poor.
Nah, man, because I just listened to you try to control the narrative. Can I speak? I'm calm now. I'm calm.
You calm?
You right. Yeah, yeah. You took me there. Now, can I speak?
You got the floor.
I just want to address what you read, what we was talking about.
Go ahead.
First and foremost, one thing first. I'm not a Trump supporter.
Okay.
I have a president of my country that's in office. Unless you want to get together and impeach this guy, that's what we got to deal with. Right? So, when I made the post, I read that China corporations were shutting down, Russia hurting, all our allies, like the post said, well, all our oppressors were people who got the hold on us. The Jews, the music industry is going down. They're losing a lot of money in revenue, all because of what's going on right now. And it started from Trump and all the tariffs. Do you understand how much them people who we call white supremacy, people in power of us, is losing money? Did you see Target stock is down 40%, $12 billion since the boycott? Do you understand that? Do you understand who's leading the revolution, so to say? With us backing it? Do you understand what's going on in the world? So stop saying Trump supporter. Say somebody that's caring about the country and our people, which is me. That's what I care about. Now, can I go to Biden and Kamala and tell them to stop some of this? No. Did they do it when they was in office? No. Did Obama do anything like that when he was in office? No. I've never seen a president step up to these people the way Trump is. He said, I'm draining the swamp. And for me, sitting back watching, he's draining the swamp. He put all those black lawyers and judges in office. Do you see these people stepping up in situations where they can? Yes. Do you see people getting justice like they doing now? Yes. The Carmelo Anthony kid, any other president in office, man, that wouldn't even got attention, man. That boy going to jail. But look at what's going on because of who is in office making this shit happen. Okay, now the Penn State thing, that was you and him talking about Penn State. You was on there, and you lying to your people because you told me I paid for school and all that. That's why I said, dang.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
You put yourself, hold on, let me finish. You put yourself in that post on a position like, oh, I had money, I had choices.
No,
so
I did. No, I didn't. You
Bro,
find the fuck. No. Find the post, dog. No, I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm not gonna let you do it. Find the fucking post. Find the post and find and show me where read where I wrote some shit like that.
Bro, hold on. First of
you
all,
can't even find your own post.
I'm kind of shadow banned, bro. My post, it don't come up like that.
I'm not trying to hear that, man. It's on your page.
When I hit the notification, it brings up that post.
All you gotta do is go to your page, and the post will be there.
Hold on.
You don't even know how to use it. Come on, man.
I've been to Facebook. What I'm telling you is, I'm in my notification. I'm clicking. How I get to the post is I'm clicking on when you say something to me.
You don't have to do that.
Hold on. Brother.
All you gotta do is go to your profile page.
Oh my God, my dude.
No.
John Miller, I have to find what comment where you saying this to him. I can't go directly to it because you're not saying it to me. So right now I'm reading through everything to find it. Can you comprehend, bro?
So if I wasn't saying it to you, why are you addressing it?
Because this is my post.
But that don't have shit to do with what we was talking about.
And then you keep talking about my man. Bro, I don't know neither one of y'all in person.
Well, okay. I ain't mean that. I ain't mean. Listen. I don't know how you know the boy. When I say your man, it's like saying any random dude. I don't know if y'all know each other. Y'all was on the. Y'all was. Hold on. One thing is for sure. Y'all was liking each other. Y'all was hearting each other comments and all of that shit and agreeing with each other. So then, yeah, that's your man. That's your man. But now you trying to bring up all of this shit. You know what I mean? You trying to bring in all this extra shit, trying to make yourself look good and all of that. First of all, let me address this whole thing about what he thinks he's seeing with Trump draining the swamp. How the hell is Trump going to drain the swamp when he is the swamp? That's what I don't understand about niggas. That's what I don't understand about these Trump support niggas. How are you going to be the swamp and drain the swamp? This nigga ain't been nothing but a con artist all his life. Ask anybody in New York about Trump. Ask anybody in Atlantic City about Trump. Ask anybody in Vegas about Trump. Ask all of the people who worked for him who didn't get paid about Trump. Ask any black people in the 70s that tried 70s and 80s who tried to rent from Trump and his properties, and he profiled them and wouldn't rent to no black people. Ask them about Trump. When Trump got indicted twice, because he said, listen, they not going to make me have to rent to no black people. I'm not renting to no niggas. So in the 70s, he got indicted for it. And then he got indicted for it again in the 80s. And then at the end of the 80s, he took out a whole front page ad in the New York Daily News to get the Central Park 5 locked up and convicted. He was essential. He was central with getting them locked up. And then when it was proven that they didn't do it and that they were totally innocent and they got exonerated, he never even said, well, oh, my bad. I thought they did it. I was concerned about the woman that they did it to, that I thought they did it to. You know what I mean? I'm glad that they didn't do it, but I really thought that they did. And if I thought that they did, I was going to help get them convicted. He never said, to this very day, he never walked back any of his statements or said that he made a mistake. How can you trust a man who would never admit to making a mistake? So this is the person that's supposed to be the savior of black people. So I'm like, also, okay, so white people are losing all of this money. Well, white people have been losing all of this money all of their lives. You know, I mean, there's no more Blockbuster. Did that help black people? There's no Blockbuster Video. There's no more Mr. Goodbyes. There's shit. Macy's is getting their ass handed. All of these stores are really losing money because online is taking away people going into stores. Now, of course, we boycotted Target and we promoted Costco on the DEI shit. But white people are boycotting them too. Now, I'm not here to do no all lives matter shit, but I'm not gonna let black propaganda is no better than white propaganda. So if you got black people lying about how something is going or misinterpreting or misunderstanding how something is going, it's no better than a white person doing it. Because we supposed to trust each other. And you know black people don't trust each other. And once we trust each other, then we find out each other lying, we never gonna trust each other again. We already didn't trust each other from the beginning. So I'm like, how can the swamp drain the swamp? Look at this Doge shit. Doge was supposed to have eliminated 1 trillion. That's what they said. 1 trillion. We have eliminated 1 trillion dollars in waste and spending. Now it's down to 150 billion. Do you know how far 150 billion is from 1.7 trillion? Do you know? Our deficit is 7 trillion. So 1.7 would have put a heck of a dent in it. But they lied. That's why they wouldn't show you the books. No transparency. And anyway, those agencies being taken down are not elevating black people at all. I don't know why niggas are running around here like they won the Super Bowl with this Trump shit. I'm like, you must be crazy. This motherfucker like Jim Jones to y'all. And he gonna feed y'all that cyanide-laced Kool-Aid. Just you watch. You know what I'm saying? So I could see if it was only white people losing jobs. I could see if it was only white people in the VA. I could see if it was only white people in the federal government that work. I could see that. He don't care about your black ass, and he don't care about they white ass either. He cares about billionaires, his peers. So we ain't gonna. I mean, you gotta be a fool to think that Donald Trump is working to elevate black people. Like, are you crazy? Where y'all getting this crazy shit from? That shit is out of this world. Out of this world, man. Like, we got to do better than that. Now I'm gonna bring the bull back on. But I'm not gonna let him, you're not gonna kick this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna do it. I'm not having it.
Am I back?
Yeah, you back.
What's up? See, it's your world. It's fun in it, bro. It's your world. But what I can say is, how can you not see that it's affecting us? It's affecting us, helpingly affecting us in more than one way.
Okay, tell me a way.
Like China exposing that fake Gucci, fake Louis and all that, it affected the music industry. The music industry is controlled by them one people. I'm not going to say their name on your show. The JP. So
that's true.
They losing money. But everybody's losing money. So now black people boycotting Target. We can start boycotting everybody else who we feel as an oppressor or don't help our situation. And it can go down the line. And with us boycotting, we stop buying $50,000, $60,000 fake Gucci bags. Now somebody can buy some land and start a farm, start a business, do something. It's also correcting our mindset, brother. Not just our pocket, our mindsets are changing. Like you've been my Facebook friend for a long time, bro. I don't know when we became. But you know, like I know, we both been on Facebook and everywhere preaching the same stuff and ain't nothing working. For me sitting back, I can actually see it starting to work. I can actually see some ignorant people who didn't care about nothing starting to care about things. So I don't know what reality you in. I don't know what space you in. I don't know what kind of people you carry on your life. But if y'all don't see that it's working, it's not nothing wrong with me, brother.
Oh, now listen,
I just watch you double talk. Well, I'm not trying to preach this world peace stuff, but then you want to include white people, but then talk about them, brother. So I don't understand what position you taking on this fight.
I'm taking on the position of the truth, dog.
No, because if you understood Trump's position, not to keep bringing him up, I don't know how this going to Trump. This was going from personal issue between me and you, but since we're bringing to the beginning, Trump started off as a businessman. He used to go to Congress and fight these people who we calling the swamp. How is Trump a part of the swamp when they trying to do the Kanye West for him? But they can't because the man has his own money. You can't cut off me this way because I'm controlling my own situation. Everybody else was pumping.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second, my man. Hold on a second. Hold on, man.
You have a call from.
Okay. All right, go ahead, my dude.
Everybody else was pumping it. Meaning lobby, could be could be bought and sold.
Mm-hmm.
The guy had his own money, man, his own people, his own security, everything, trying to kill him. Listen, he coming in with his own stuff, saying y'all can't do that to me. So with giving him that power to control his own self, he can say what he wants. He can do what he wants.
What are you talking about?
What I'm saying is
you got it wrong. And he doesn't have his own security. He can't.
Man, the man got his own security.
No, he don't. No, he don't.
He has a secret service that they appoint to every president.
That's right. That's not his own. That's not. Okay.
He has his own security too, man.
You
That's
can't
not argue about stupid points. I want to
listen. I'm not going to let you make points that's wrong. You can't. You cannot protect the.
Brother, you just made a point that's wrong. You said, yeah, what? Man, Google right now how much money Target lost, how much stock.
I already know.
Okay.
I support that. What are you talking about? I support that. I support that.
12 billion boycott about a month. $12 billion.
But the problem is you think
a lot of white. Do they hire a lot of black people? No. So that's a lot of white people that stores about and jobs and managerial.
Listen. But the thing is, Target lost a lot of money, but you seem to think that it's all because black people stopped shopping at Target. That's not the only reason. White people stopped shopping there too. Not all black people don't shop at Target.
Bro, when they did the boycott, don't you think white people would stop riding buses too?
No, I don't.
People in our movement.
No.
We always white people with us.
Listen, man. You see.
There's so much wrong.
See. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, my man. You can't know only certain pieces of history and think you know the whole history. You can't do that.
I know America, though.
I do too. But see, I don't know. Listen. I don't know just pieces. I don't know just pieces of American history. I know the whole thing. I know the beginning, the middle, and the end. You can't just. You got to understand something. The reason that the Alabama bus boycott was the only successful boycott is because they didn't have another choice. And the reason that it ended was because instead of black people going ahead and starting their own shit, they was really the first Uber. They didn't need the bus company no more. They was already making it. And instead of going ahead and rocking out with what they had, they went and forgave the bus company and started riding the buses again and let them off the hook. That's not what's up. And the thing is, that's what we will do right now. Because one thing about black people that I hate is that they look for the approval of white people. Nothing that black people do is good enough unless the white man tell them that it's good enough. Unless massa say, yo, that's good, then we don't think it's good. You talked about fake Gucci and fake Louis and all of that. Don't nobody care about that shit. We ain't got no business buying no Gucci, no Louis, none of that shit. That shit is a waste of money. From companies, you know what I mean? With black designers, we don't spend our money there. We had FUBU, we had Carl Kanai, we had a lot of black Rockaway and all of that shit. What did we do? We let that shit play out. Yet we've been supporting Polo and Gucci and Louis and Fendi and MCM for 40 years. 40 years or more. You know what I mean? And proud of it. And you coming on here talking about the Chinese with they knockoff of Gucci and Louis. That shit, I'm glad they had the knockoff. I'm glad they should be taking the money out of their pocket.
Bro, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying up until last week or two ago, China announced that all the Gucci, fake or real, they make it.
Okay.
Didn't people already know that?
Wait, hold on a minute, Kim. Hold on a minute. Listen. I'm about to give her the floor for a minute, but I want to ask you something because for all of the people who say Trump is doing a great thing for black people, I got one question. Since his first administration and now, how much money did he put in your pocket that you can count? Because I don't want to hear none of this shit about HBCUs. I don't want to hear nothing about none of these organizations. How much money have you made more since he was president the first time and this time?
Well, to be truthful, I make the same amount of money. I don't care who in office.
So how the fuck are we giving him credit for saving the black? See, that's the question I want. When people come with this shit, that's what I be asking them. How much, since he doing so much for these black people, I want them to count the money in front of me. How much money are you making? How much more money are you making since Trump took office in 2016 to 2025? Because I know goddamn well, if you work in any job, if you've been working at the same job from 2016 to 2025, you're making more money now just because of inflation and your annual bump that everybody gets. So there's no way you're making less money 4 years ago than you're making now. There's no way.
The economy, the pandemic, different conditions is going to dictate if the country's making money, brother.
I don't give a fuck about this country. I don't give a fuck about America.
I'm a Trump supporter.
Listen, my man. I'm not doing this shit about America. I don't give a fuck about America because America don't give a fuck about me. Since you a black man, I'm a black man, and it's a black woman on this phone. I want to know where my money is. I need the money to be able to take care of my babies, my woman, my family, my people. So I want to know how this is benefiting me. I don't want to hear this blanket shit. We can all claim that he's doing something for the country. And we can all claim that he's doing something to the company, but to the country. But if you want to get my attention, if you want me to shut my mouth, I want to know what is he doing for you? Because I ain't standing up for nobody who ain't doing nothing for me personally.
The sister is patiently waiting.
I'm saying she's definitely going to get the floor. No, she's going to get the floor, but I need to know from you.
This all I'm going to say about that, brother. Any man or woman that's only looking for money out of something is a trick.
Come on, stop that shit. That's what democracy.
Making these pay more because they eating off of it. They make Jordans for $5 and they getting over here selling for $200. Ain't nobody paying no tariff in between. Ain't no tax in between. Ain't nothing but corporations make 99% profits off of us.
So now you want to move the goalpost.
The guy that's in office is doing more than putting money in my pocket, which he's making me stronger mentally, which is better than the pocket change, bro. All you keep talking about, what money he doing? What? I know, even with your biasness, you can name some things that he's doing for the country, not for you individually in your pocket, brother. But
dude, when the country wins,
back to why I inbox you, man. Is you LG?
Yo, cut that bullshit out. Cause that's what sucking niggas. You know that shit you doing. That's that sucker nigga shit. That's what niggas do when they don't have no answers. That's what niggas do when they don't have no answers. And you don't have no answers. You don't have no answers. I asked you how much money. Hold on. Let me turn you the fuck down because you doing this shit. I asked this motherfucker how much money he was making personally. Like since you want to cape for somebody, since you want to ride for somebody, since you want to say somebody is doing something so great for black people, because now it's all about the country. Now you see how he moved the goalpost. I don't know if y'all peeped that out. First, it was about how he's doing things for black people. That's what his post said. His post was about how Trump is helping black people. Now, when I press him with the real question, like, all right, well, show me how you winning. Since he's doing so much for us, are you one of us? I'm one of us. Show me how he doing something for you. Now he don't have none. No, I ain't making no more money. But now it ain't about the money though. It ain't about the money. Now it's about the country. He's doing something for the country. Huh? See, and now you want to talk this LGBTQ. Oh, that's that nut ass shit. I know when a motherfucker don't know shit. Because all you got to do is ask him a couple of questions. Then he get boxed in the corner. Now he like a fucking rat with a cat standing over him. Like, well, I'm just saying, it ain't about the money. He's helping us think better. The fuck out of here. So we needed Trump to help us think better. So let me see. Elijah Muhammad, Marcus Garvey, Louis Farrakhan, Khalid Abdul Muhammad, H. Rap Brown. Come on, y'all, help me out. How many black freedom fighters can we name? Stokely Carmichael, Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. Come on, y'all. Adam Clayton Powell, Leon Sullivan, motherfucking Cecil B. Moore. Who we got? All of these freedom fighters that we've had to try to get us to think better, to improve our mentality. And we want to say that Donald John Trump is helping us to elevate our mental. And when I say that niggas can't do nothing without the stamp and approval of the white man, this is what the fuck I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. You want to know the real reason we can't never advance? I'm going to break it down to y'all. Real easy. This is the reason why we can't advance. Believe in ourselves. We don't like ourselves. We don't support ourselves. We don't trust ourselves. We trust the white man to stamp what we say, and then we feel good. Like, look, Master told me I was good. Master told me I was smart. Master told me I could make it. And Master, you know, let me tell y'all something, man. A mechanic will never make the kind of money that a mechanic is supposed to make if he doesn't have his own tools. Please follow me with what I'm talking about. A mechanic who has to use somebody else's wrenches, somebody else's lifts, somebody else's garage, somebody else's whatever he uses. He's never going to make the money or have the kind of business that he needs because he doesn't have his own. He doesn't believe if he has his own that it has any value. And when you don't, it's like a beautiful woman who thinks that she's ugly. So she looks fucking flawless without makeup, but she putting all that shit on her face because she doesn't really believe that she's pretty. She doesn't believe that she can be pretty without the extras. So no matter how much her man tells her, people, what I'm talking about, no matter how much her man tells her, like, yo, you the most beautiful thing I ever saw. I like you just the way you are. What God gave you is all you need. She don't want to hear that shit he's saying. She cares what the rest of the world says. It ain't about him. It's about them. Because she had them before him. And even though he's supposed to be the most important thing to her, she cares about them. So mechanic who doesn't have his own tools, he ain't going to make the kind of money that he needs. Because when whoever owns the tools decides, listen, I ain't giving you these tools. I'm not even renting you the tools. So guess what happens? You can't work. That mechanic can't work. He might be the best mechanic around, but he can't work because he don't have his own tools. So us looking for Trump, when we got all of these freedom fighters that have died, literally gotten killed, trying to elevate us, trying to get us to a better place. And we give credit to Donald J. fucking Trump. Nah, son. Nah. You said that's a terrible analogy. That's probably because you can't understand. I understand. Listen, man, sometimes, yo, let me tell you something. The big Legos and the small Legos both click, but they can't click with each other. So you might be a little Lego and I might be a big Lego. Tell you what, I'll let you be the big Lego and I'll be the small Lego, but I can't click with you. You can't understand what I'm saying, or you don't appreciate the analogy because it doesn't go with your preconceived worldview. I understand how that works. I don't know if you're black or white, but I get it. Oh, you say, I know I'm not black? Good. Then I don't need to talk to you. All right, so this is what we gonna do. Kim.
Yeah.
I'm giving you the floor. But here's the problem. I know my man not going to be able to be quiet. So that might be a problem. So I'm going to give him a chance. She needs to be able to, get her shit off uncontested. So I need you to be quiet. Kim, go ahead, do your thing.
Well, I actually have a question for him because I want to make sure I understand this correctly before I respond.
Okay. All right.
Are you saying that Black people weren't purchasing land until China came out with the announcement that everybody with common sense already knew? And because of that, they're no longer buying those products, and now they're getting sent to purchase land? Is that what you're saying?
No, ma'am, not at all. See, most of the questions was asked to me. I wasn't allowed to fully elaborate before I was cut off. And then he put his own twist on what I'm saying. What I said was, now that people who can afford $50,000 and $60,000 purses, instead of spending $1 million with Gucci and Prada and all that now, they know it's fake. Now those people can start purchasing land and getting our farms back, getting our land back. And black people wasn't buying any land before that. It's still to this second we speaking, we not buying land.
Okay.
Most of us.
I just want to make sure. Wait a minute. Just want to make sure.
That's what I was saying, man. I was not saying, like he keeps saying, and I made a post about, damn. I was saying, damn, this stuff Donald Trump doing working. And I see the benefit right now and long term that can be a positive influence to us, effect on us. Now this guy keeps talking about, man, people Trump and Trump.
Okay.
That's not what I'm here. That's not my POV.
Okay.
Now you may respond to it that you want to. Ask me anything.
So let me correct you. I don't know who you know, and I don't know what circle you're in. But it must be a pretty piss poor circle and group of people if they've just been spending their money on a bunch of useless shit. Now, I don't know who you know, but and maybe you're not very educated or knowledgeable in the life around you. Let me finish I'm not going to argue with you. Let me finish.
I want to argue, but I've never insulted your intelligence, nothing.
I'm not insulting yours either. What I said is maybe. What I said is maybe.
Go ahead, finish out.
Now, if you feel offended, that means it's true. But I said maybe. And I'm saying that because if you are saying black people weren't purchasing land, you obviously know nothing about the life around you or the world around you. There are communities of black people all over this United States and in other countries. There are black farmers all over the United States and in other countries. There are black neighborhoods owned by black people all over this country and all over the globe. So black people have always purchased land long before they purchased these inanimate, useless objects based on name. And I hope you don't think people who are spending $50,000 on a bag are just spending $50,000 on a bag and not doing anything that makes sense. Now, maybe that's what you see in social media. Yes, we see that on the Housewives and the bullshit shows. We see that in social media, but that's not real life. In real life, black people have always thrived, and they're thriving, and they will continue to thrive. So I have to come on and dispute that comment and not allow you to throw my brothers and sisters under the bus, because I know for a fact what you just said is inaccurate. And I just want to make sure we clear that up. And I'm not done.
Until you.
And I'm not done.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, because you say anybody who's focused on money when it comes to Trump is a trick. So here, let me tell you something. Let me finish. So here, let's remove money from the table, because that's not my focus anyway when it comes to that skin bag of nothingness.
If we go into Trump after to the land, that's kind of hard for me to respond to both, because the Trump thing.
I don't need you to respond. I didn't say that for you to respond. So, moving forward, here's my thing, because you're talking about money and tricks and all that. Let's remove that from the table. Let's look at where we are. This man has hindered our future generations with an idiot to run the Department of Education. We already struggled with academia problems in this country versus the world as it is. And now he has put our children and our future generations in a harder position than they've ever been. He's making it where they're not going to be successful. He has caused a problem with the people who have fought and built this country, the people we owe our lives to, and that's our senior community. He put them in a bad situation. They're struggling enough as it is because in this country, we don't respect our seniors. We don't have any love for our elders because that's the American way. We believe in tossing them to the wind, unlike the rest of the world. And so now he really says, fuck them, and put his foot on their neck. That doesn't benefit you nor me or anyone breathing, black, white, Asian, whatever. It doesn't benefit anyone if our children aren't successful. It doesn't benefit anyone if our seniors are in harm's way. It doesn't benefit any of them. Not to mention, with all the diseases this time of year, when everyone is out in the world living their lives and having all the summertime and all this kind of stuff, this is when the diseases start to cultivate when we go into the fall season, when they decide to attack. But we don't know anything about what's going on. That's why the measles are running rampant across this country, because we're not even informed about it. We're not even talking about it. We just had how many back-to-back natural disasters? And this man doesn't even have respect enough to come on the television and give anybody anything or show any kind of compassion to the people who don't have homes, to the flattened community. No respect. There has never been a president in my lifetime who has ever been so disrespectful, so inhumane, so uncaring about the lives of the people in this country who his responsibility to look out for. We're not talking about all of his loser escapades. We're not talking about any kind of money he's taken off the table. We're just talking about the simplicity of being a person, of being a human, of caring for another person. This Pope Francis, who just passed, is when they say he's for the people, that's the truth. He has always been. He showed a different kind of compassion that no person in the United States has ever shown. And that's all the presidents. That's all of the politicians. They have never shown that kind of humanity for any other people in this space. But this one here, he's the worst. He's the worst of the worst. I am disgusted that you, a black man, would fix your lips to even kiss his ass like the other idiots who've been sucking his dick and kissing his ass. Because this man brings no goodness to you, to me, to our future, to anyone living and breathing right now, listening to the sound of my voice. He does not give a damn about you. He don't even give a damn about his own people, his own family, his own flesh and blood. He gives zero fucks about. He wants to be friends so bad with the other dictators in the world, and they just laugh at him. They don't care about him. You got the man in Russia who is Putin's second in command, and he makes it clear every day we can't trust him. Because the one thing he doesn't do is respect his own country that he's the leader of. He doesn't respect the people, he doesn't respect the country, and he can't be trusted. This man says it every day over and over. He treats this space like it's a game of Candyland, and he's winning all the treats. That's how he treats it. And when he doesn't get his way, he's the big baby in the room who tosses the table. And you are saying things like we should celebrate him. And I'm confused because in one breath, You say, my brothers, my sister, and what's for black. And in the same breath, you celebrate the man who doesn't care about your brothers and your sisters or anything that's not a white man. I don't understand it because he don't even give a fuck about white women. So I'm confused how in your mouth you have two different meanings, and it's almost like lies are sitting on your tongue, and I don't understand it. And you're arguing about nothingness. You're arguing about nothingness. You're talking about stuff like your people are ignorant. Do you think it took Chinese people or black people to know that a lot of this shit is fake and that it's made in China? The average black person knows that. And I'm confused here. For someone who speaking like they walk the walk of our ancestors who have stepped their foot into this ground, this soil that we are part of throughout history. You speak like someone who wants to stand in their footsteps, but you're saying things against a person who is damning to all. He's wiping our ancestors away from this space. He's saying, fuck your people, fuck y'all, fuck black people, fuck anything they've ever done to this country to help put it in the position it is in right now. Fuck it. They don't exist. I'm not understanding this. I'm so confused. That's it. I'm confused in it. I'm confused how you could say the things like our people are so ignorant and didn't know anything up until this point and didn't have any kind of drive or gumption up until this point when black people have always poured into this space and fought to get out a little squeeze of what they poured into this space.
They said a lot. But to the first thing you said, I don't know anything about black people buying land. When I say black people, I'm not talking about me, I'm not talking about you. I'm speaking on the majority of our people. And speaking on the majority of our people, it's more people living subsidized on welfare and stuff. And it's more people that's renting from white people than it is who have the acquired land. So my statement when I said we are not getting land is because on the majority level of our people, our mindset and our abilities and our resources is not together, and we're not getting land. People buying houses, getting 30-year mortgages and all that crap. People renting, people on welfare getting subsidized housing. We are not buying those communities like you named. You named a couple of incidents, a couple situations. Jalen Rose, the women down in Atlanta, the rapper Boosie, he just bought some land. You know what I mean? We can name a couple people. We cannot name a majority of black people in black towns and stuff like you were explaining. And to say I don't have any...
Say you can't.
I just, according to what you just said, that was incorrect. Now, saying
no,
that I have...
No. Say you can't name. Say you can't name.
I got 3 land patents from my grandfathers. From land that they left, me and my family. It's that I own in my name. Right now.
Let me
keep on getting land, but I'm not speaking like
let me ask you something.
Hold on, brother, because she was talking to me for a second, man.
No. I'm just going to ask you something about what you're saying. Do you think that more white people own land than the ones who rent?
I don't think more white people own. Yeah, heck yeah, because what they did, and then I explained about my situation, because I know that either me, you, and that the lady speaking has land in the South from our grandparents that they took, that they put illegal taxes and all kind of frauds and
I understand what you. I understand.
taken. We still have our land.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. I understand that more white people own land than black people own land. But when you look at the percentage of white people who own land, do you think? Listen,
fight. I don't care what they do.
All right, but you can't.
Because
you're not letting me finish the question.
I know where you was going. You was saying they own more land than us. That ain't my.
No, that's not what I was. That's not. You don't know what I'm going to ask you.
Okay, go ahead, then. My fault. I apologize.
I was asking. I already know that more white people own land in America than black people own land. But you said that black people that not enough black people own land, and too many of us have subsidized housing or we rent from the white man, right? So
right.
I'm asking you. Do you think, with all of the white people in the United States, do you think more of the majority of them own land, or does the majority of them have subsidized housing and rent? Or and you know that there's a difference between owning your house and owning land.
Yeah.
It ain't the same shit.
I just told you I got land patent.
Okay, so do you think the majority of white people own their own land versus renting or just owning their house?
See, you took me to exactly where I was saying that you wasn't taking me, but I'm gonna go there. I think that's a good question. That's something statistic I never looked up, but just thinking about it, that's a heck of a question.
Well, I know the answer.
It's more of them on welfare, we know.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them rent in trailer park and homeless and all that, you know, in prison.
I'm gonna make the answer easy for you.
I don't really know how many it really is because they dumb our numbers down.
Well, okay, I understand what you're saying. I'm not disputing the population, but this is what I'm saying. Because I already know the answer. I knew the answer before I asked you. Only a small percentage of white people actually own land. The majority of white people are just like black people. They rent, they own their houses, or they have subsidized housing. It's just like when slavery was going down in the United States, only rich white men owned slaves. The regular Fred Flintstone didn't own no slaves. They couldn't afford it.
They were the slaves, bro. You know the history. They were the first slaves.
I'm talking about chattel slavery, dog. Don't do that. Don't do that. No, indentured servitude and slavery ain't the same thing. I'm not trying to hear none of that potato famine. That shit that the Irish is taught. No, there's slavery, which you couldn't pay your way out of, and then there's indentured servitude, which you could pay your way out. So it ain't the same. I'm not mixing apples and oranges here. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
It's definitely a difference.
That's right. So let's not do that. I
didn't do that. I was saying
you was getting close. You was getting close to it. We're not doing that. You said they was the first slaves. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
But you also have to include that land ownership is regional too. The average white, black, any ethnicity person in my state don't own land because there's not a lot of land here unless you live on the outskirts of the city. Most people who live in the urban city, they just own their homes. That's in most states. That's in most places where it's a city or urban city. You're going to go to rural areas, and that's where you find people on land. For example, we have a whole farm here called Lyle Station, and it's all black owned, and white people have been trying to get it for decades, and they can't get it.
What state is that now?
And it's a black owned farm. It's a black farm. So that's in a rural area in my state.
What state, man?
I live in Indiana. I live in Clan Land Kick Ass, Indiana. The crossroads of America.
The nurse in Indianapolis. So if you ever went to that hospital, you probably ran into it.
What hospital is that? You live in Indianapolis.
I don't know. Do y'all have like an Indianapolis Marine Hospital down there, man? She owned a couple houses. Yes. I used to go visit her on the summer, 42nd and Post, down on
so now I know why you say what you say. So is your reference to people who you are familiar with from 42nd and Post?
No.
Is that the kind of people? Is that the kind of people you reference?
My aunt lived in an apartment back in the 80s. I used to go up there. She owned houses on what's that main exit we get off? It's Sedgrass. She owned like 4 properties around there.
So
my son played in the Little League World Series they have right there in Indianapolis. It's right there. It's off of, I think, Post.
So when you, and here, this is where we differ. You reference people off of 42nd and Post, and I don't, because that's not my area. I know people who live there. I used to hang out over there.
Judgmental, may I say? Because actually, I just named a street that I remember as a kid in the 80s. Now, if Post changed now, I don't know. But that's what I remember back in the 80s in Indianapolis. Now, I don't know what they doing on Post right now. I don't sell no dope. I ain't no gangster. Both of my sons in the military graduated from the Air Force Academy. Was number 8 ranked.
Now, why did you reference? Let me ask. Why did you reference selling dope? Why did you reference that term?
That's probably what they do on Post right now, or them type of.
So for you to say that and say you don't know, obviously you know.
I don't know what they do on Post.
I'm not judging you. I'm just going by what you're saying.
I haven't been in Indianapolis in 10 years. And I grew.
So in 10 years, so you know what it's like in 10 years.
I remember Post from the 80s. When I used to go with my.
So let me remind you what I said in the beginning. In the beginning, I said maybe you are not as knowledgeable about the world.
You judge. Maybe you're not as knowledgeable. This is where we.
That's not a judgment. A judgment would be me saying you are not. I said maybe. I said maybe you are not maybe you're not as knowledgeable or educated about the world and black people all over. Maybe it's just your circle. Maybe it's the people you know. And it sounds to me like you're referencing only what you know in your circle and the people you know, and you're not as polished about the world outside of your circle. That's what it sounds like to me.
Well,
like everything you reference has been so negative about black people.
So I know about land. And then we was talking about numbers, where there's not enough of us buying land. So I said now, instead of us jacking off money, which you may be kind of older, which I'm not disconnected with the youth or the elderly. I'm in the middle. I'm 47. So
I'm not so much older than you.
What the fuck?
47.
Yo.
What I'm saying is, you don't understand that the black, what we call black people in America, our biggest influence is the hip hop industry. And the hip hop industry has been promoting these products to us through the music. Every song we put on, you ain't nothing unless you got on this. If you got on that, I'm
so that means obviously you don't listen to this show often because it's a lot of people on this show who don't just listen to hip hop.
Everybody.
So I don't understand what you're saying. You're saying stuff like you are clueless about how life works. It just sounds to me like you're stuck in something.
Judging me.
I mean, okay. If you feel like I'm judging you, then that's what you feel like. Because trust and believe what I say to you. If I was judging you, you would know it. You would know it. If I were judging you, trust and believe me when I say that, you would know I was judging you.
Look, this is what we gotta do. We gotta wrap this up, y'all. We gotta wrap this up. Listen, I appreciate both of y'all. Kim, he's never been to this show before, ever. He's never tapped in. You know, he's never tapped in, so he wouldn't know, and that's okay. That's okay. The only reason he's here tonight is because me and him was having a back and forth from his post to his inbox. You know what I mean? And you know, we was going head to head. Fuck it. You know, it done got late. I ain't even mad no more. I don't even give a fuck. Listen, but I appreciate him calling in. That's my man Vince. Appreciate you calling in. I mean, regardless, one thing I understand about this world is that we don't have to agree. We don't have to see eye to eye. We don't have to live with each other. We don't have to build with each other. We ain't got to do none of that shit. All I think that we should do, and we may not even do that, is mutually respect each other. I know I can muster that. I've seen you have flashes that you could do it too. You know what I mean? But you know, evidently, we two strong-minded black men who don't mind going head to head with each other. And you know, sometimes it has to be that way to work things out. Sometimes you have to work out your differences the best way that you can. And right now it was on my platform, and I'm glad that if nothing else, this is what I like to see with the youth. This is what I like to see in middle age. This is what I like to see with the elderly. Black men don't have to eliminate each other because they don't agree. They don't have to shoot each other. They don't have to kill each other. They don't have to do drive-bys. They ain't gotta target each other's family, they crew, they neighborhood. This world is big enough for both of us. Just because one person has an ideology or thinks in a certain type of way that they believe, and I believe a different way, or I see things a different way, it doesn't mean that we have to come to blows. Math is infinite, and answers to the questions in this world are infinite. This is a journey, but I think it's good that no matter how heated things can get, you can see in the end that there's a mutual respect and there's a mutual understanding. Now, maybe the respect is not there. I'm going to give it on my end. Yeah, I don't have to give. I don't give in order to receive. But one thing I understand about knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, sometimes it can't happen in real time. Sometimes you got to go back to the lab, reprocess things. The good thing about this show is you can go back and you can rewind it and you can listen to it and you can see like, oh yeah, I see where you was coming from there. And yeah, all right. You know what I mean? I don't like the way you said it. I don't like the way you did it, but hey, it's all good. So listen, I appreciate both of y'all coming through. You know what I mean? Regardless of the circumstances, I want y'all both to have a good night. Be safe. And I get back at y'all. We're going to do these birthday shout outs and I holler back. Peace.
Peace, family. Stay safe.
All right. All right. Let's do these birthday shout outs and let's get on about here, man. I ain't never did a show before that made me tired. This shit made me tad. It made me tad. Niggas made me tad. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious April 22nd, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. DeCarla Borden, happy birthday to you, and also Valerie Adams and Vienny Shenadu and Melanie Kiefer and Nikki Miller Hazard, Diva Gordon, Dawn Pretty, Andrea Lawson, Cherie Moore, and last but not least, my girl Angie Williams. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious April 22nd, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, well, we switched up this. Hold on. I'm going to say it like this. I said, we switched up the pitch, started talking about something else. But I think it was good for our mental health. A lot of things happened in the conversation, and it started out with a whole lot of frustration. Well, that's the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes you got to do some beats. Sometimes it's some rhymes. But as long as the end you begin to see that it's not all about just having a solo win. And it's going to be okay. Yeah, two black minds came together today. I might have lost a couple of people along the way, but I think that another couple of people came to stay. Hey, I can't please everybody all the time, but I know that I'ma stop on the dime. When the time comes for me to go forward, I'ma play it like a center or a guard. You understand? It's hard. Yeah, I'm up and down the court. I go dribble between the legs. I got Easter eggs. I'm not down with none of y'all motherfuckers that don't drink kegs. No alcohol and no drinking, no weed, no stinking thinking. I hope y'all enjoyed this shit because it was crazy than the motherfucking, but I hope you liked it. And I admit that I didn't get the kind of numbers that I really wanted, kid, but it ain't the way you start, it's the way you finish. We gonna see about it tomorrow, and I won't diminish the positive way that I'll be thinking about it. I think it's about to be some shit tonight. I'm out. Thanks for coming on through. Yeah, I see you. Yo, do me one favor, hit the like button too. Share the show, do something. Yo, you ain't got time for a whole lot of fronting. I will see y'all tomorrow night. Right around 2 Eastern Standard Time, and y'all really know how we do. One love, one thing, one world, one thing, one man, one girl. We gonna make it hot tonight. Yeah, the sun is always shining bright right above my head. You heard what I said. You didn't like the shit that went on tonight? That shit is dead. You crazy? Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death, resuscitate y'all, love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night with another Daily Go-Getterism show, 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure y'all come on through. You know what I mean? Come on through. Hit the like button. No, hit the like button. Share the show. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Then you see the results of the poll. How do you know the people? It's funny because this poll question didn't have nothing. All right. How do you know the people that? How do you know the people that you know? 49% said, I know what I need to know. 40% said, I know them by their actions. 6%, that's like one person, said, I know them by their words. And another 6% says, I know them better than themselves. I want to thank all of y'all for participating. I want to thank all of y'all for being down. I'm going to holler at y'all later. I go Betty bye. Holla. Peace. Like button, share the show, subscribe.